Okay, quick music disclaimer here. I do not own the rights to this music, which belongs to the rightful owner, who is the intoxicating mind of Dr. Frankenstein. So he made my intro and my outro, and I hope you guys enjoy. Check him out on Spotify and YouTube, and no copyright infringement is intended. Have a good day.
Clear choice of good versus evil, of right versus wrong.
Twisted Tales.
So it's been recorded. Yes.
It's like blocker. I'm sick of this bitch.
I ain't doing nothing.
Welcome back to Ouch Was That a Ghost? Before I begin the episode today, I just want to thank our new Patreons, Jonathan and A1 Lock. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast, and I hope you enjoy your exclusive content. Today, joining me, I have Chris Tell from Twisted Tales.
Hi.
And now I don't know what to say.
Oh, I don't know what to say either. Let's both say hi.
Hi.
Hi. So, what tale will you be telling me today?
I am doing a listener request, Daniel Leplante, because I have so many listener requests and I suck. I know that. I'm trying to get through them.
You should see the list I have. There's tons.
It's gross, right? And then I'm like, I sit down and try to get through them, but then there's always more. And I love that people are requesting. Like, don't stop. It's just, I'm trying to keep up with them.
I actually went from like 200 things like that I had saved, like bookmarked, like websites on my phone. I'm down to 104 now. So it's coming.
Look at you. Well, you pump out episodes like left and right.
Just when I have time. I don't have like the kid here.
I don't have the kid.
Well, he's always here, but it's just, he's always here, but it's just when he's asleep and stuff.
Life happens, right?
It sure does. And I work a lot, so yeah.
I know. I don't know why we can't just be podcasters.
Some year.
We're going to manifest it. This is the year.
We'll get there.
Okay.
I've been riding your coattails for years.
Yeah, right. I feel like we flip-flop. One of us goes ahead and it's just back and forth.
Oh, yeah. I went up and then I slowed down. It's not a competition or anything. It's for, like, personal enjoyment, I guess. Right? Like, you help other people.
The podcasting community is so, like, just ridiculous helping out. Like, even when Lee left and I was like having a meltdown, I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I quit. Everyone was like coming up and like Neil and Megan were like, I'll help you edit. I'll help you write. Like, everyone's coming out of everywhere. Like, no, don't quit. Don't quit. Like, it's just amazing, the support everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's really great, eh? Like, even like Josh from Josh and Polly show, like me and him are talking a lot, like we're helping each other out with everything, and we help other people with stuff, so it's cool.
No, I was mad that you guys didn't show up for the live that day.
Oh, we played video games for like 6 hours. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's like, I'm pretty tired. I'm like, you want to go to bed, buddy? He's like, maybe. I'm like, I can log off. Yeah.
I gotta download that zombie game that you guys were talking about.
Oh, 7 days. Yeah.
My games that I've been playing, I play Fortnite just because it's easy and like mind numbing. It's like in between researching or something, I need something just to stupefy my brain. Or I go on and I play Star Tender. It's on VR and it's like an alien bartender game.
Oh, cool.
And if you're too slow with the drinks, the aliens like talk shit to you. But it's so fun.
It sounds fun.
It's really stupid, but it's very enjoyable. But I feel like every other game that people play, I just get stressed out about. My brother plays Rocket League, which that makes me want to smash my controller. Or he tried to get me to play Fall Guys with him, and same thing, I just want to smash my controller. It's just like the chaoticness of it. It stresses me out. It's not enjoyable.
Yeah, I don't play that either. No, that's why I just play like 7 days. That's it. That's all I play. Like that and like role-playing games or whatever, like RPGs and shit, like older ones, like fucking Dragon Warrior and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe I'll download that tonight and make you hop on and play that thing with me.
I'm down. I'm always on there.
Is it a PC game?
Yeah, it's a PC game.
I hate playing PC games, but can it be on the 4 or 5?
No, it's way better. Like graphic wise, everything. Just get a controller and like plug it in, set it up, away you go.
Maybe.
Simple.
We'll see.
Super
We'll
easy.
see.
Because like if I ever see it on sale or whatever, if you're on Steam, you can do that. You can just log in on Steam, make an account, and then you can get your games. And then if I see it on sale or whatever, I can check it out. I can buy it for you and send it
That's
to you.
so funny. On our last episode, I talked about Steam and I didn't know exactly what it was. What is it? It's just the game center for PC?
Pretty much. It's like PlayStation Network, I guess, for PC.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will check that out.
I'll wait.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling. But yeah, this was a listener request and I started to research, but I was like, no, that can't be real. But articles and court documents say it differently. The story begins and ends in tragedy, and the middle is just bizarre. Have you heard of this case before? Of Daniel Leplante?
No, I don't think.
Yes. Daniel J. Leplante was born May 15th, 1970 in Townsend. Can you pronounce the state for me? It's a state I live in.
Massachusetts.
Thank you. Not a ton is known about his childhood, but what is known is very traumatic. He did not have it easy as a kid. He endured more trauma as a child than most do in a lifetime, and worst of all, it was by the adults in his life. That as a child, you look to adults to take care of you.
Oh, yeah.
The house he lived in was like disgusting. It was atrocious conditions. It was trash filled. The yard was like filled with abandoned cars, with car parts.
So that doesn't sound fun. But I mean, maybe they sold all like parts from like the old salvage yard or whatever. I don't know. Is that what their place was? Like they just kept all like old cars and shit?
It was just gross. There was trash everywhere in the house. It's just, if you think of a disgusting house, this was it.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Oh, he lived with his mother and his stepfather, Elaine and David Moore, and his two brothers, Matthew and Stephen. Leplante was abused by many adults in his life, including his father and his stepfather. His father was said to be responsible for the majority of the abuse, psychological and sexual.
Yeah. I don't like this guy.
You don't like the father or Daniel?
I don't think I like both right now. I have a feeling I'm not gonna like. I feel like I'm not gonna like either of them.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for them, for people who grow up to be killers when they're kids, but at a point, like now it's your fault, buddy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I did an episode on like kids that kill parents and other siblings and shit. Yeah. Yeah, actually, people like that episode. So
Yeah.
you should do more episodes like that.
Okay. But it wasn't just at home that he suffered trauma. It was also at school. He struggled socially, not really having any friends. He was bullied because of his abnormal behavior, his appearance, and his lack of hygiene. He was known to be just dirty. He wore dirty clothes. And the adults in his life weren't pushing hygiene. Like as an early teen, sometimes kids have to be pushed, like, hey, brush your teeth, take a shower. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His classmates at school made fun of him, describing him as, quote, creepy and weird. He struggled academically with school, having been diagnosed with dyslexia at an early age.
Say that word again.
Which one?
Academically.
Academically.
There you go. Thanks.
Why? Did I say it wrong?
No.
Okay. The school, probably having good intentions, saw him struggling, and they referred him to a psychiatrist who was another adult in his life that was supposed to help him. Can I speak? The psychiatrist diagnosed him with hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD, and he confided in the psychiatrist, who was supposed to help him. Then, yet again, Daniel was failed by adults around him. When the psychiatrist started sexually abusing him, yet another adult causing misery to this poor young man. As a young teen, around 14, he started robbing houses in the area. And he got better, and maybe looking for more of a thrill, he started leaving things around the house and going through the people's belongings. And he'd start moving things around. Like he'd break in and move your couch, or drink a glass of milk and leave like a half-drunk glass of milk on the counter, or eat a sandwich and leave half of it.
Why? Why would you eat the whole sandwich? Couldn't have been that hungry, I guess. Eh?
I'm guessing he was just trying to get a thrill out of like, I don't know, the psychological, like fucking with the people.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like coming home and like knowing you had like your place clean and then like there's like a half glass of milk there, that would be like, did I drink this? No, that would totally mentally mess with you.
Like gaslighting them. Like maybe this was him trying to get some control over his life, you know?
Mm-hmm. Maybe. Or some way of like some enjoyment at it at least.
Yeah. But it said in 1986, Daniel broke into the Bowens home, Some articles say the Andrews, but I'm going off the articles that were based out of Boston, like the Boston Globe and all that. But other articles call this family the Andrew family and give different names for all the people. But I'm going Bowens. So get mad at me if you want. While digging around in their house, he saw a photo that interested him, a teenage girl. And he somehow got the phone number of the house that he broke into.
Oh, God.
In that house, the Bowens house, lived the father, Frank, and 2 daughters, Tina, who was 15, and Karen, who was 9.
Mm-hmm.
The girls had recently lost their mother to cancer, so their father was picking up extra shifts, trying to make ends meet. He was a bus driver, and he was a school driver or a bus driver, I forget. And the girls spent a lot of time home alone. Daniel started calling the house, and he'd call and be like, hey, I got this number from a friend that goes to your school. And him and Tina kind of developed a friendship over the phone, you know?
Okay, kind of like a buddy system, or not a buddy system, but like friends or whatever, just talking on the phone, I guess.
Yeah, and she probably just because of her age, too. It's like a boy crazy age. And the way he described himself, he said, I'm handsome, I'm in shape, I'm athletic, I'm blonde, and I don't live too far.
He was probably none of those things.
And him and Tina, they
Fibber.
talked for a while. Fibber. He's a fibber. Tina and him talked a few times until they made plans to meet up for a date. When Daniel got to the house to pick her up for the date, he didn't quite fit the description he gave. Actually, he was the complete opposite. She described him as greasy with no attractive features.
Yeah.
But she ended up going...
So it kind of feels like me right now. It's like I just got off work.
It is what it is.
I'm also greasy. Nobody needed to know that anyway. Sorry.
It adds to the story. What are you talking about? But maybe out of pity, she went to the fair with him anyways.
Possibly.
Yeah. During the date, she quickly mentioned that her mother had passed away recently from cancer, which this was all fresh for her. And he just immediately became fixated on that. Like, that's all he wanted to talk about. He was so enthusiastic about the subject. I mean, this is the first date, and he was asking her the strangest questions. Like, how did she feel at the moment she died?
Oh,
how much did she suffer?
Sure, all horrible questions on a first date. I mean, I thought I had bad questions.
Even if you knew somebody for years, why would you think that's okay to ask?
Well, it's not. It's a respect thing. Like, you gotta have respect and not ask those weird questions. Like,
so odd.
I ask a lot of weird questions, but not questions like that.
Yeah. So after about an hour, she ended up making up some kind of excuse just to get out of there and go home. And she made no efforts to see him again after that. Like, can you blame her?
No, I don't blame her, no.
One night, the sisters were just talking about their mother and just missing her, reminiscing. And they decided, let's go try to do a seance. So they grabbed their Ouija board and went down to their basement and tried to talk to their mom.
Oh, no.
Like, how sad is that? That's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
And nothing happened. They didn't really expect anything to happen, but I don't know. You're grieving. Everyone grieves different. And they went to go lay down for the night. Then later on that night, the girls started hearing knocking that woke them up. So the girls started asking questions, thinking it was their mom, probably giving them some kind of comfort. You know, this was her, like their mother trying to reach out. And they told their dad, and they were trying to show him, but every time he would come into a room, it would stop. As the days passed, this continued. Then things around the house started moving. Furniture started being moved from one side to the other, or they'd put food down, and they'd go into the other room and come back for a second, and the food would be gone. So they're like, this isn't our mother. Like, what did we let in? Did we let in, like, a poltergeist?
So they think, like, they summoned, like a more powerful spirit than the one they were actually doing to, like, summon their mom or whatever.
Yeah, they didn't think their mother would be screwing with them like this.
Well, I mean, maybe it's payback for all those years of, school,
but not
everything else.
Cleaning their room. Their dad, Frank Bowen, thought all this was just the girls playing tricks. But the girls insisted it was a demon or an angry ghost that they let in. And he was like, no, you're just acting out after losing your mother. And I'm sure he was overwhelmed too. He just lost his wife and now he's a newly single father.
Yeah, and he's got the kids, like, he's thinking that, all this weird stuff's happening and they might be behind it or something, right?
Yeah. So in January 1987, the knocking started, but by now they were just used to it. It was just annoying more than anything else to them. This time it wasn't.
They kind of just tuned it out.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, that's our poltergeist. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But this time it wasn't coming from the walls. It was coming from down below. So Tina grabbed a kitchen knife and went down to investigate with Karen on her heels. As they went down the stairs, they saw on the wall, written in a bloody red color, was, quote, "I'm in your room. Come find me."
Okay.
And smartly, they ran out of the house instead of going to investigate. They went to a neighbor's house who let them stay there until their father got back from work. When the father got back from work, they told him what happened. And again, he thought the girls were just doing this. And he was like, all right, this is enough. You guys have to start going to counseling or something. Like, something has to happen because this is not cool.
Yeah.
So a few weeks passed and there was no knocking for a few weeks. So they were like, yes, it's finally over. But no, it started up again. And this time it was coming from Tina's bedroom. So the girls, again, grabbed a knife, ran to the room, and there on the wall, in that bloody red color again, it said, quote, "I'm back. Find me if you can."
Oh, God.
Again, they ran to a neighbor, the same neighbor, who called Frank at work, and the girls told Frank what they saw. And he got back there. Frank went over to check out the house, but when he got to the house, it was a little different than the girls described. It was like in more disarray than what he thought they would have done. Like more things were broken.
Oh, wow.
So he was like, maybe somebody actually is in here. So Frank checked the house alone, and the girls stayed downstairs, and he went up into Tina's room, and on the wall was another message written in that blood red that said, "Marry me." As he turned around, he saw he wasn't alone in the room. There was a teenage boy in his dead wife's clothing. Some say it was her wedding dress.
Jesus Christ.
And he had makeup on and a blonde wig. In his hand was a hatchet. The young man was Daniel Leplante. This is where the story varies a little bit. Some say that he was wearing a Native American garb. It doesn't really matter. He was sitting there dressed strangely with a hatchet, whatever the variations are. But
Yeah.
a tussle started.
Exactly. Like, you don't want to fucking fuck with that.
A tussle started, but somehow Daniel got away, but he just like vanished. Frank called the police, still confused, like how could he get away that quickly? The police saw that the messages in the wall were written in ketchup. So that like at least explained that, like it wasn't blood.
Mm-hmm.
But they started looking around the house to see if there's a way to sneak in or out of the house, or to explain some way that he could have gotten away so easily.
Yeah, because he got away pretty quick. Right?
Yeah, it just didn't make sense. Like he wasn't running across the front or the back. Like it just, you can't just disappear that quickly.
No.
And an officer found a hidden door behind a bureau in one of the girls' rooms. And in there was like a little crawl space, which allowed access to Tina's room. And when they looked inside, there was Daniel balled up. I'm picturing in his wedding gown.
Oh,
Not
God.
funny. Sorry, not funny. Another variation I saw of this story was that the family went to stay somewhere else, and then when the dad came back to retrieve some items, the police found him in the crawl space then. But same thing, it doesn't really matter. It's the same outcome. Either way, he was hiding out in their house. Frogging. Do you know what frogging is?
Kind of just like squatting, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, there was some movie my kid showed me a long time ago where some kid was just like living in someone's house for like months, just like Daniel was to them, and they didn't know. He's just like moving around in the walls. Like, how scary is that?
Well, I mean, it's like, you'll have that feeling that you think something's there, but then like, yeah, nothing's there.
Yeah, right?
But then, like, there's a person there. But I mean, that's even more weird. Like, yeah, you don't
It's
need
the
that.
stuff like nightmares are made of. Like this, your house is supposed to be like your safe space.
Should be, yeah.
I don't know. And just finding out you were watched for like months. Ugh.
Well, they wouldn't like what they see.
You'd scare them away. You'd traumatize them.
Just go get in the shower. It's like, oh, look at that cottage cheese ass. Perfect.
So Daniel was arrested, and they checked the crawl space out further. And in there, they found trash, a sleeping bag, some empty cans, some clothes he took from the family, like he was living there for a while. In there, they found peepholes that were made within the area of the crawl space that allowed him to watch the family, specifically Tina, move around the house. And it was clear that this was the ghost that the girls had been hearing.
Wow.
What I don't get what his plan was being dressed as their dead mother with an axe.
Maybe he had like a fascination, like I don't know. It's weird, like because he was really fascinated by the story that like of her mother passing away with cancer and everything. So like maybe like he just kind of wanted to dress as her to pretend to be the ghost if he was ever found out, maybe or something. Ghost of their dead mom or
That he
something.
was going to marry because he wrote "marry me" on the wall.
Oh, right, right. That's oh, okay. That just throws my fucking whole story out of the water here. Never mind.
Either way, I don't think he had great intentions.
Well, no, definitely not. But I mean, like, I don't know why he would have wore the wedding dress. Like, what if he was found out or whatever? I don't know. It's, you know, it'd be like a costume anyway. I guess they wouldn't be like see him in his clothes or whatever if he ever had to get away. They had to get a description or something. Unless it's just like, hey, there's a fucking crazy guy in a wedding dress.
Just such a strange reveal. I mean, you know that the father wasn't the intended target. It was definitely the girls, but it's just strange to like what he was going to reveal himself like ta-da to the girls. Like it's just odd.
Yeah, that's fucking insane.
Yeah. But Daniel spent about a year in a juvenile detention center until October 1987 when he was to be tried as an adult. So that means he can now post bail. His mother ended up posting it. Once he posted bail, he went right back to what he was doing before. But it wasn't just going around and screwing with people and taking sandwiches. He got into his neighbor's house and stole 2 handguns.
Shit.
On December 1st, 1987, Leplante entered the Townsend home. Huh?
The Townsend home, eh?
That doesn't make any sense. Well, it was in Townsend.
Oh.
On December 1st, 1987, Leplante entered the Gustafsons' home about a half a mile from his house.
Not the Townsends.
It was located in Townsend.
Oh, I thought you said Townsend, the Townsend family. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that's why I screwed myself up how I wrote it.
That's okay. We'll just blame you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The residents of the home were Andrew, who was 34, Abigail, who was 7, William, who was 5, and Priscilla, who was 33. She was a nursery school teacher, the mother, and she was pregnant with the couple's 3rd child. Andrew Gustafson?
Staffson?
Yes.
Massachusetts.
He returned home from work and he found Priscilla, his wife, face down on her bed, her pillows covered in her blood.
Oh my God.
Leplante had raped her and shot her multiple times point blank range. Andrew ran outside and called the police because he didn't want to find his children how they were, knowing that something terrible awaited him. When the police arrived, they found that Leplante had drowned both of her children, 7-year-old Abigail in the downstairs bathroom and 5-year-old William in the upstairs bathroom.
Oh no.
In separate bathtubs. Leplante broke in, he raped Priscilla, he drowned William upstairs, and then when Abigail got home from school, he drowned her in the downstairs tub.
That's terrible.
The police got to work right away trying to find suspects, and Daniel quickly became one of their top guys because of his past crimes and him just getting released from DYS. And he only lived about a half a mile from this house, which could be traveled by woods behind their homes. Like they just had, you know what I'm saying? Am I describing that okay?
Yeah, no, he didn't live that far from where he committed the murder or whatever.
Yeah, and he didn't have to go on any main road. He could have just ran through the woods.
Well, that would have been a quick escape too. Because
Yeah.
if you're taking roads, you're going to be seen by cars and everything, right? If you're doing bad things, you don't want to be seen, so you trek her through the woods, right?
Yeah, and you could technically just go in the back door. You didn't even need to go to the front door.
Oh, that's right.
And after this, Daniel went to his niece's birthday party and was just acting normal, tickling the birthday girl, just goofing around. The next day, officers found Leplante at the Townsend Public Library and questioned him. They were like, "Where were you the previous day?" And he was like, "Oh, I was home all day watching TV alone." Later on that day, they went to the Leplante home to continue questioning Daniel, and Daniel took off running into the woods. A manhunt ensued, and a few towns over, there was another break-in where he broke in to a home and kidnapped a woman in her own vehicle. She did manage to get away and contact the police and give her
good.
vehicle's description that he was driving. And Daniel was spotted by a few other people that recognized him from the news, and he ended up being found within 48 hours hiding in a dumpster in a lumber yard. When he was found, he still had one of the little girls, Abigail's, one of her hairs on his sock, which placed him at the scene, which was fantastic. He was charged with the murders of Priscilla, Abigail, and William Gustafson, along with other crimes associated with the murders and the evading and the Bowen charges he still had. But he pled not guilty. The trial started in 1998. He's now 18, and he was found mentally fit for trial. The judge ruled that even though he was a minor when the crimes were committed, he should be tried as an adult due to the severity of the crime. He was said to be smiling throughout the whole trial, which is completely disgusting.
Yeah, what a weirdo. Why would he just smile? I mean, I guess it's better than having, like, no expression whatsoever, I guess. Still a creep.
So gross.
Well, I was just kind of thinking here, like, when he was, like, living in the other place or whatever, dressed up and stuff, like, maybe he was, like, getting a feel for how far he could do things and then moved on to the next place, right? Which, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to me that he just went all out the next time, right? Maybe he always wanted to do that.
I wonder if having the weapons gave him, like, more guts to do it.
Probably more. He probably felt more ballsy about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
More confident.
Yep.
Definitely.
After a 5-hour deliberation, Leplante was sentenced to 3 life sentences for the murder of the Gustafsons to be served consecutively, which is great. And what I didn't get was why he was never charged with the murder of the baby, of the fetus. But he hasn't shown much remorse for his actions at all. He smirks during the trials. He tried to sue the court multiple times for violating his rights. One was a religious violation. Well, let me tell you about the other things he tried to sue the court for first. In 2000, he requested to be moved to PC, so he couldn't, protective custody, so he couldn't, interact with other people because he was afraid. Then he sued them because he couldn't go to the library, but if you're in PC, you can't go to the library.
Right.
And he somehow managed to get compensation for that, which was crazy, $450. He, in 2013, became a Wiccan, and he tried to sue the court for violating his rights, a religious violation, because he needed dragon's blood, black opium, honeysuckle, and carrot cake.
I mean, you gotta have honeysuckle.
I'm sorry, not a Wiccan. I think he became a Satanist.
That makes sense.
Trying not to give the Wiccans a bad name.
Well,
but he, they were like, yeah, you can't have those things. And on March 22nd, 2017, he had a resentencing hearing at the Middlesex Superior Court in Woburn, Mass., where he asked for a reduction in his sentence. The now 46-year-old Daniel cited that the Supreme Court ruled that juveniles cannot be sentenced to life in prison without parole. At the hearing, it was mentioned that during his first appeal, previous court rulings were cited saying that juveniles convicted of murder should be given convicted of murder should be given a meaningful opportunity to re-engage with society. There was also a new law allowing juveniles convicted of murder with extreme cruelty and atrocity to ask for parole after they've been behind bars for the minimum of 30 years. The superior judge, however, affirmed that Leplante's sentence of 3 consecutive terms of life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 45 years, that he had committed, quote, 3 distinct and brutal murders. They were like, nah, no early release.
Yeah.
Commenting that although he made progress, he still lacked empathy. And then this was his first, people say remorseful statement, but I find it very insincere. At the trial, he tried to, at his resentencing hearing, he said, quote, I do not have the words to fully express my profound sorrow, but I am truly sorry for the harm I have caused. From the very essence of who I am, from the depths of my soul, I am sorry. Like, I don't believe that. After a psychiatrist evaluated Leplante and found that he was not remorseful for what he had done at all. Andrew Gustafson did end up remarrying, and he remarried another widow. So each spouse wore 2 rings, like one for the new marriage and one for the spouse that they lost, which is so sweet. And they ended up having 2 children together. and Andrew left his law office and began his job as a child advocate. Andrew Gustafson passed away in 2014 before seeing that Daniel had no chance for early release. It's alleged that Andrew on his deathbed said, quote, "Don't ever let him out. He should rot in prison." Leplante is currently being held at MCI Norfolk. But that's it. That's the story.
That's a good story.
I'm glad that the father managed to at least heal to some extent.
No, it was that. I like that story, though. I've never heard that before.
Really?
Thank you for letting me know that.
Thank you for coming on and joining me. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's no problem. It's always a pleasure. I like hopping on, doing episodes with you. It's pretty cool. Thank you.
Sure.
We can end on, what was it? Ouch, was that a twist, I guess? Thanks for tuning back in. Same bad time, same bad channel.
All right. Well, thank you, Chris, so much for coming on.
No problem. You have a wonderful day. Thanks for having me.
You too. You too? That doesn't make sense. All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. Bye.
Thank you for listening. If you need more content or just want to help support the podcast, head on over to patreon.com and search Ouch, Was That a Ghost? If you need some schnazzy merch, you can find it at crowdmade.com by searching Ouch, Was That a Ghost?